screen cut off like that? That's weird. It ain't supposed to be like that. That don't make a difference. That don't make a difference. Hey, y'all. I should have probably had that shit fixed before. Well, look at me. Iron Maiden. How y'all doing? Two of you been here waiting, so you got to talk to me. You waited. Come on, camera. Don't make me cuss. How y'all doing today? You did? I did. We did. It's cold as a witch's tit here. How y'all doing? You see me? Awesome. I don't know why that keeps changing like that. Oh, I don't know if it's changing for y'all. My camera keeps changing. Hope everybody's staying warm. The weather here sucks. From the time I went to work this morning at 4:30, it was 46. It's cold and rainy here. It's cold here, and we're starting to get what we call Texas snow. It's not really snow, it's white, but it's ice. So that really sucks. But since I went to work this morning, it's dropped. Well, now it's warmed up to 19. Earlier we were down to 21. Now it says we're up to 27. So fun times. It's supposed to be 1 in the morning. Dandruff? No, I don't get dandruff. I have never had dandruff, ever. Not that you wanted to know that about me, but you brought it up. You're the only one talking, Mark, but I appreciate that, buddy. There's 2 other people here, or it says there's 2 other people. They may just be watching and listening, trying to see what we're about. I'm not looking forward to going to work in the morning. I'm really not looking forward to going to feed the cows. Fortunately, Savannah told me, oh, wow, I lost everybody but one. Hopefully Mark didn't leave because he's the only one talking. Your message got deleted. What the hell? You're the only one talking to me. YouTube should not be deleting your damn messages. So no matter what you say, I approve it. That's kind of weird, Mark. I think they got it out for you, see? No bad words or anything. Huh. Well, then I might have deleted it. Not really. I didn't even see it. Last thing I saw was you thought I was talking about dandruff. Whoever else is here, don't be afraid to talk. Jump in and say whatever you got to say or whatever you want to say. Probably the internet connection. Could be. It seems like you and Gary have like horrible connections. We're up to 3. I'm killing it. I'll lose any cows? No. Nope. I haven't been messing with them and they've been hanging around, so they know where the food is. They get all excited to see me just because they know I'm going to feed them. Savannah talked me into going to feed them early today because the temperature dropped, which was a good idea. Eating cows? No, I very rarely eat beef. Very, 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 very rarely eat beef. Mostly chicken, sometimes fish, sometimes calamari. And due to some of the places I eat, I could be eating cat, dog, and rat, which I'm fine with. Wow, I'm running people off quick with my dietary comments. Okay. I can't welcome you if I don't know you're here. So since you welcomed yourself, I don't need to do it. What's up, Krauser? How you doing, buddy? I'm doing good. Trying to stay warm. Enjoying my coffee. Well, all right is better than shitty, so that's a plus. I will be getting the new one. Because I've liked what I've reacted to so far off of it. So definitely. Gotta wait for get through Christmas though. What's that, Krauser? I mean, which album? My wife takes care of that, Mark. Uh, yeah, I almost never have to get gifts. She handles all that. I did just buy my I did get my daughter a coffee cup for Christmas. I haven't given it to her yet, but it says no hablo fucktardo. Terry, so far the songs I've reacted off of it, I like them. But I don't get to sit around and listen to the whole CD because I might have to. Scenes of Infinity. Is that the name of the band, Krauser? Um, but yeah, I don't get to sit around just listening to the songs for fun because somebody might ask me to react to them. So I only get to hear them as I react to them. So that's the best answer I can give. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. I can't do that. Yeah, I mean, I eventually will, Mark. I think I have 2 more off of it coming up. Um, I just don't have that luxury. Well, I know. I think I've reacted to 5 songs off of it. I think, or maybe it's 4. No, I think it's 5. But yeah, that helped me out until somebody asked me. Well, I mean, as long as I shot it on camera, it would be okay. I think it's weird how people get mad at me when I react to a song off of an album that somebody's uploaded to YouTube, and they're like, "That hasn't officially been released. It's on YouTube. They didn't take it down, so it must be all right." Had somebody get mad at me about calling someone what's her face. But I do appreciate you trying to help, Mark. I can always count on you. Yeah, I reacted to the warning, and I couldn't remember the drummer's name, and I said, "What's her face?" And somebody got kinda snooty about it. Well, it wasn't so bad. He let me know that that was extremely disrespectful. Water Walker, what is up, buddy? Glad you made it. Krauser really wasn't that bad. There was only that one person that got upset about it, and he told me it was extremely disrespectful and that he wouldn't be subscribing, following my channel, or watching my videos. Okay. Water Walker, aside from being extremely cold, having a great day. Oh yeah, their fans are normally. I thought they were going to tear me a new one because their fans are normally redunculous. But there's only one person that got upset. I mean, I said right after I called her, "What's her face?" that I'm sorry I don't remember her name. I haven't reacted to them in a long time, and I don't react to them enough to know their names. So the majority of people were cool. It's just that one that got upset. But yeah, that's definitely an improvement. There was one time I shut it was a live video and I shut it off a few seconds early. I mean, they were done with the song. These people lost their damn minds. Oh, she started the next song. It was such a funny moment. No, it wasn't. Maybe for you fans, but it wasn't a funny moment for me. That happens. Oh, that's for sure, Water Walker. There are several bands that I react to that have. Yeah, there are definitely some with cults. Uh, they'll be here eventually, Terry. I don't know. Uh, there are some that are like cults, like Nightwish's fans, Liliac, The Warning, but a lot of the other bands. Oh, and Baby Metal. Uh, but no, wait, Baby Metal's not a cult. They make sure they say that every time. Um, but there's a lot of the fans that are really dedicated to the band, but they don't get upset when somebody doesn't say what they want them to say. I'm cool with them. It's the ones that if you don't say what they want you to say, you're wrong and all that other garbage that goes along with it. But yeah, there are definitely some strong opinions out there. Look at me being all mature saying strong opinions. I mean, the way I normally word it means the same thing. It just sounds really vulgar and disrespectful. Yeah, exactly. Like the guys with Upchurch. Not all of his fans are shitheads, but some of them, my God. And they can't just say that they disagree with you, which I'm okay with. They've got to insult you and blah, 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 blah. Which doesn't bother me. I just think it's silly for grown adults to be talking like that. Like when the 14-year-old rap kids get upset, I get that. They're acting their age. But when a grown adult's acting that way, I'm like, what the hell? But you know, Water Walker, I remember when I was a kid, I was pretty defensive over Kiss and Motley Crue. In hindsight, that was just immaturity. But so I kind of get it as a kid. I get it, but I don't get adults being that way. I mean, you have no investment in the band other than you like the band, or you love the band, or you really, really love the band, however you want to say it. But the people that get upset, like I was talking about their mama or something like that, I don't get that at all. And everybody knows, everybody knows that um, I delete my really bad ones. If I feel like I've come off like a total dick, I delete it. I'm not trying to be that way. That's not how I try to be, but I'm passionate about music. So, Terry, I can tell you right now, I will not do Lil Baby freestyle. I've tried to react to that. That's a piece of shit, in my opinion. And NBA YoungBoy, I haven't reacted to him in a long time because all of his stuff sounds the same. I just quit reacting to him. I mean, I've got your Lil Peep Nightmares 1 and 2 coming up. I can't remember if it's tomorrow or the day after, but I haven't even finished the suggestions you've already made. But I can tell you right now, neither one of those would make it to the last NBA YoungBoy song I tried to react to. I deleted seconds into it. I don't think I made it 45 seconds. Yeah, you have. Well, we all have different tastes. Ion Y, I don't know what that means. Oh, I don't know why either. I ain't heard anything good from him in a long time. No, not right now, I don't. I wanna talk to everybody. Less than 1 day to Judgment Day. I know. I'm very excited too. And even though I don't have that scheduled, I'm thinking about if I can, working it in. I'm trying to get back on my schedule where I release 2 a day. So far, I've got 1 more to release today. I've gotta finish editing it. Hey, there's only 5 of you here. Have any of you noticed the way I'm editing videos right now? Um, all right, Mark, I got that. I'm interested in that because the last cover I heard them do was really good. Hey, okay, Water Walker, since you watched that, what did you think about the editing where I do it mostly where I'm talking. Um, I watched an instructional video from the guy who is considered to be the best editor on YouTube. Uh, some of the top YouTubers use him. So I took his advice to cut out long pauses in between me saying things so that it narrows them all down. He said people like that rapid fire shit like that. So I've been trying that and nobody's said anything. So I don't know if it's good, if it looks like shit, because I don't watch my own videos unless somebody says something that I don't think I said. It was great. Oh, thanks, man. Cool. Um, I never realized until he said that how long some of my pauses are while I'm articulating what I want to say. So I've been going through and removing those. Um, Terry, that's interesting you brought that up. I checked the person that I went and checked the person that made it. It did come from his verified account. Um, so I don't know 100% if it was him or if he had a PR person respond, but that comment did come from his verified account. So, but I'm still cautious because people do sketchy shit all the time. Yeah, I'm guessing it's management because NASCAR Allo's management used to watch me. Um, the only I've only know like 3 artists for sure that have watched me, and they themselves have responded to me. And ironically, 2 of them I gave bad reactions to. It wasn't bad. I didn't like their songs, but in both cases, the lead singers responded to me, and they were both really cool. And I told them maybe next time, but no, um, no, they were. I can't remember if they were both UK artists or from Ireland or something like that. Uh, one was a male singer and one was a female singer. Uh, the songs I didn't care for the songs at all. I was nice about what I had to say, but it wasn't good. But so in those two cases, and then I had a rapper named he hangs out with NASCAR a lot. It seems like it's something Smiles or I can't remember his name. I haven't reacted to him in a long time. Oh, yeah, for sure. I wasn't Krauser, I wasn't sure what kind of comments I was going to get. So far, everybody was cool. I try not to, even if I don't like something, I can't help it sometimes because the way I am, it does come off really bad. But I try to, even if I don't like something. But like I said, in that song, the overall picture, because it was up and down. There's some I liked, some I didn't like, some I loved. That made it a well balanced song. Was pretty interesting. I've got another one coming up. I can't remember if it's next week or the week after. Everybody, I've had a couple of people ask for it. Yeah, I was really cool with that because they were all like, "Hey, at least you checked it out and you liked something of it." Um, Terry, I've had some people contact me about doing certain things, but they think if you're on the payroll that you're going to say what they want you to say, and I'm just not going to do that. So I don't get a whole lot of it. And the people that have contacted me once we discuss that, they decide it's not for them. I'm not going to fake my reactions. So whatever they offer to pay, I'm not interested. Oh, Water Walker, 100%, dude. Uh, that is true, Terry. That's true. Um, yeah, Water Walker. That's there. Well, uh, there's a few J metal bands. Oh shit! How can I see through that? I'm surprised I could read y'all's comments. Yes, Krauser, that is 100% true. um, I charge half of what most reactors charge for when independent artists contact me, but I have to warn them ahead of time, and they do have the option of if it's not a positive reaction, I mean, you don't get your money back, but I won't release it if they don't want me to. And with the exception of one, they've all no two. I've had two say go ahead and release it. They just wanted some exposure. That happens a lot, Terry. Management picks does shit like that. But Water Walker, dude, there's certain bands that they just my band's better than your band. That's like it's like football. People with football, all football, not just American football. The way they get, like when I'm at work and I hear guys saying, "Well, we're going to the Super Bowl this year." Where? You're not on the team, jackass. You work at Walmart. What do you mean where? You're not on the payroll. You're not part of the team. I that's so weird the way people put themselves into that stuff. I can't talk about how many views people get. uh, YouTube's really mad at me right now. Or I'm sorry, they're punishing me right now. Pretty hard and heavy. They've cut my recommendations to the lowest they've been in over 2 years. At one point, they were recommending me to 3 million, 3 point plus, 3+ million people per video, and I'm currently down to a little over 500,000. So they're a little mad at me because I'm not doing the way they want me to do. I don't really have time for that. This is about the. I mean, my family's gotten used to Thursday as my live stream for 2 hours. Um, I wanted to try to do Twitch for a while, but due to how busy I am, I literally don't have time to do it. I'm hoping if by releasing 2 videos a day like I used to, I'll get myself back up out of this hole and they'll get off my back because that's really what they like. When I do that, I get little notes that say, "Hey, you're doing good. You're posting more." Um, so releasing 5 in one day is not good enough. So I shoot all over them over a couple of days, and then I edit them and release 2 a day. So maybe they'll get off my ass. And Krauser, to finish up on what I was saying about that, I've had artists and management contact me, and when I tell them I will never fake a reaction, they don't even respond back. They're like, "Oh," and just stop talking. And then I've had a couple of bands that I don't know what the hell they were expecting, but they never asked me to do another one. There was an Australian a dude from Australia. He wasn't that good. Yeah, it is pathetic. Um, Almost as pathetic as the people who get really butthurt over me not liking their song or saying what they want me to say or liking it. That's something that gets me about reactions. What do you care if I like your song or not? If you think it's great, like when I was a kid and I liked Kiss, I mean, I still like some of their songs. I don't like them. But when I was a kid, they were the shit. And I, I really liked them. I didn't care if you liked them or not. I liked them. So you could say whatever you want to. I didn't care. Same thing with Motley Crue. And people are like, oh, they suck. No, man, at the time, they're great. They're the shit. Then I grow up and find out what losers they are and all that kind of shit. If I hadn't used Sixx as my professional last name for as long as I have, I probably would have changed it once I found out what a dickhead Nicky is. But I've used it since I was 17. Might as well keep it. I'd feel weird. I'd probably still say the thing. If I changed it, I would probably still say Sixx. My 2 professional names that I used before that. Oh, wait. Yeah, I used, Nikki Starr. That didn't feel right. I used Jamie Blade for a very short time. I didn't like that. And then I settled on, since Bob's my real name and I do spell it Bobb, using Sixx with the double X's. Worked out great. So think it has a nice flow to it. I like it. I'm checking out the delay in my camera since nobody's talking. Mama. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Hey, give me a like before you leave or on your way out if you didn't already. Thank you in advance. Did everybody else leave? Thank you, sir. You're the man. There's Water Walker. How's life been treating you, Water Walker? Good, I hope. Things have been good here. I've just been crazy, crazy busy. That is my plan, Mark. I do plan on that. Um, Water Walker, let me make sure, see if that's the same one. Because I just reacted to them the other day. I think it was last week. Let me look. I think it was their new one that I reacted to. Face the Fear, is that the one? Because that's the last one I reacted to from them. And I really like that one. Or do they have an even newer one? Am I talking too fast? Or is there a delay? Yeah, yeah, that song was I like that song a lot. I'm looking forward to some more stuff off of that album. Um, I think I've only reacted to one other song from them, but I liked it too. I think this one did better than the first one I reacted to. But yeah, that's good. I get that, Mark. There's some shit that I react to that, I like it, but uh oh, was it the warning song I just did? Um I just recently reacted to something that I wasn't blown away by it. It was okay. I didn't hate it. Yeah, I agree with that, Water Walker. Because if I remember, the first one was more kind of I, I don't know if poppy is the exact word, the correct word for that first one I reacted to. I liked it, but I think this song was much better. I like this one a lot, so I want to hear the get more off the album. I'm going to shoot a TikTok on Christmas with my son and my daughter. We're going to do an experiment. Um, yeah, that's accurate. Uh, I've seen 4 or 5 TikToks where people in March. Where at, Mark? My birthday's in March. That'd be dope if they were playing near me on my birthday. Not that my birthday's special, just the coincidence of it. I'm old enough that my birthday's just the day. I live in Texas. What's up, Adam Bates? It's going good. How you doing? Mark, do you know where at in Texas they'll be? Oh, that you said shows as in plural. That is outstanding. Hopefully they'll be near me. It'd be great if they're playing the venue that's like 25 minutes from my house. That would be great. But yeah, March will be outstanding time. Cool. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. How you doing, Adam? I told you how I was doing. How you doing? Brandy, what is up? There you are. Doesn't matter if you're late. What matters is you showed up. Wow, look at this. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Not everybody appreciates my honesty, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good, Adam. Man, I'm glad y'all are showing up. Can y'all hear the wind blowing? That shit is tearing it up outside. It's 27, but the wind chill is in the teens, and that wind is blowing like I think they said 23 miles an hour. When we went out to feed the cows, it was no bueno. Savannah was smart enough to stay in the car and in the truck. Those cows sure didn't seem like they appreciated the food today like they normally do. Normally, they're super excited to see me. Today, it was like, hey, oh shit, Adam. Wow. Suddenly, it feels like it's warm here. Negative 32. Oh, man. Yeah, if it feels like it's negative 32, it's negative 32 in my book. I hate that here in Texas. They'll go, it's 27, but the wind chill is 18. Then it's 18. If it's that damn cold, if it feels like it's that cold, it's that cold. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry about that. Allergies acting up. Couldn't breathe. Ugh. Should be able to breathe here in a second. Woohoo! Oh, I only have to work a day and a half at my main job this week, so that's a good thing. Yes, you can ask me a very mature question, Terry. Go right ahead. I told you, y'all can ask me pretty much anything you want to know. Just be prepared for the answer because it may not be what you want. So ask me a mature question. Okay. Um, yeah, Brady, I mentioned that earlier. Surprised it was only one. Um, Terry, uh, it depends on your attitude when you go to a strip club. If you can be mature and accept it for what it is, it's okay. But if you're immature and you're going to act silly because you saw a woman's tits, I'd say don't do it, especially if you're in a group of kids or a group of guys around your age. Don't do it because you're going to get in trouble. But if you can be mature and handle the situation, handle it for what it is, just some woman in there flashing her boobs and shaking her ass, looking for your money. So that's the key, especially since you said, well, it just says my friends. I thought you said a group of friends, but your friends, I don't know how many friends that entails, but friends can get you in trouble, especially if they're immature and can't handle it. I've seen that happen many times. Here, I do what I want to. Okay. There's 3 in Texas. Do you know what cities they're in? Oh, man. What do I do for my main job? My main job, I am a Lyft driver at a Walmart distribution center. I work 3 12-hour shifts, so it's a full-time job, but I only work 3 days a week there. And then the days I'm off from there, I work at an awards place. I do laser engravings and stuff like that. 19th of March in Dallas. I'm gonna have to look into that. I appreciate that, Mark, because I really, really want to see them. I mean, I wanted to see Bandmate, and it's probably gonna upset some people, but I like Mafala better. So I definitely need to see them. And so I hope that helps you, Terry, with your question. I hope I answered that sufficiently. Cool. Damn sure. Oh, Austin. Austin's way closer than Dallas. That's good. That's fine. Waterwalker, awesome. Outstanding. I wouldn't go to Houston. I hate Houston. Despise Houston. Dallas, I don't really care for, but I love performing there. That's a great town to perform in. And Austin is okay to perform in, but that's a lot closer. So outstanding. And that's 2 days in Austin. So that's dope. Yeah. Yeah. At least the hooker is a one time fee and you're not sitting there doling it out the entire time you're watching her, which is another sign of not, you shouldn't be there. Plus, with a hooker, you get it all. You don't. It's not a you can look, but you can't touch scenario. And we had 7 people for just a second. That was pretty cool. All right. Constructive criticism of a band can be a good thing. That is absolutely correct. Here's something that a lot of fans don't realize when they get all butthurt. I know a lot of professional musicians. They would rather you tell them the truth. I mean, they don't care. I mean, and so if it's constructive, they're cool with it. But they're not going to get upset if you don't like their song. They couldn't give 2 shits less. Yeah, yeah, you get it all, literally get it all, and you're lucky if it's only that. Um, but yeah, constructive criticism, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think the way I do my reactions, I don't think there's anything wrong with what I say. And the ones that I do feel like that, I delete them because I don't want to be that guy. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm honest and I'm not going to lie and say I like something I don't. I have never done that. As long as I've been doing this, I've never said I like something I don't. And I have upset some people by not liking what they want me to like. I have thought about doing a Radiohead song and referring to one of them as "What's His Face," because the way they got upset about me not liking that last song. That would be good. I thought I was gonna get tore up with the warning. I literally couldn't remember her name. I wasn't just saying that to be an asshole. I couldn't remember her name. I appreciate that, Adam. I mean, that I made that decision as soon as I decided to do this because I'd stumbled across a reaction channel, realized really quick he was doing phony reactions, and I see him tearing up TikTok. I've done a few when I first got on TikTok, I tried to do a few reactions. They didn't do that well. What people want is to see people going, and I'm not going to do that. Even the shit that I mean, there's been a few songs I've reacted to that I want to do that. There you go. That's her name. Um, and it's weird because I didn't care about the song that she wrote that's about addiction. I wasn't moved like everybody else was. Man, they were pissed at me. And only one person so far has been upset because I couldn't remember her name and I called her What's Her Face. I grew up with that. So I call people What's Her Face and What's His Face all the time or Dujama Flopper. I use those all the time. I've never had anyone get upset in real life. Um, just online. I like Skillet. I've seen Skillet. What is up, Mickey? Santa Bob. Yeah, Brandy, I appreciate that. I figure since he wasn't here, um, that it was something like that. There was a comment. He sent me a comment on my last after I posted my last live stream. He had made a comment about having internet problems then. Um, yeah, Terry, I do like Skillet. I saw them. Shoot. Uh, it was a long time ago. Both my kids still lived at home. Uh, it was on one of the festivals we went to. Um, uh, I can't remember which festival it was. Uh, but they're really good. I'm trying to remember which bill they were on. For a while, me and my kids were going to festivals pretty easy. Easy, fairly frequently. We saw some really good ones. Uh, I think went to one, and all the opening acts. There was 5 bands on the bill. The 4 opening acts just crushed it. And then when Stone Sour came on, I think we watched like 3 or 4 songs and left. I mean, that Stone Sour sucked. If you're gonna have 4 opening acts, maybe you should be better than them. Not Gonna Die. I don't know if I've heard that one. I don't think I've heard Rebirthing. Oh, wait, did I just wait, I may rebirthing may you gotta go. Alright, Adam, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Be safe, man. Um, I think I just heard that rebirthing because it popped up on my YouTube page and it started playing because my it popped up under my cursor. Uh, so I didn't hear the whole song, but I think that's the song it was. Uh, but I don't know. I'm still trying to think of who the hell it was that I saw that Skillet with. It seemed like they were on a bill they shouldn't have been on. I mean, musically, they were okay. I mean, compared they fit okay. I don't mean they were okay. I like Skillet, but oh, was it the Avalanche? No, it wasn't Avalanche Tour. Avalanche Tour was one with Stone Sour. Stone Sour was not good. Yeah, so I think that probably is it, Terry says it was on my startup page on YouTube. I'm always surprised when I pop up on my startup page. Because I have my 6 minutes channel and my 6 days channel, and sometimes they pop up on each other's things, which I find kind of funny. All right, Mark. You're out of the box for a bit. That's awesome. Oh, oh, I'd be mad if you two was recommending Yeet to me. Oh man, Grease, Mickey, Grease is one of my all-time favorite movies. A lot of people are surprised to find that out. I love Grease. Love it. Love, love, love it. I I remember when it came out, my mom had to write a note for me to see it at the theaters by myself. She didn't want to see it. And back then, if you went to the 7 o'clock showing and you just didn't leave, you sat in your seat quietly, you could stay and watch the 9 o'clock show for free. So I watched it 2 times, at least 3 times a week when it was at the theater. Uh, and I'm sorry, I'm not being rude. I have to respond to this message. What, Grease? No, the original with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, Jeff Kinnick, Jeff. Shit, I can't even think of his real name. Um, he's dead now. Oh, oh, you read Grace? Oh no, Grease. Uh, yeah, definitely make sure Gary knows we missed him. Yeah, those were good days, man. When you could just sit there. I mean, you behave. You don't go in there and act like an asshole. They didn't care. Oh, dude, Mickey, I would do the same thing. We didn't have any multiplex near where I live, but hell yeah, I would have done the same thing, man. I think it's still the same dude. Um, uh, the dude that's the singer of Skillet, his wife is in the band as well. If it's the same guy, the original lead singer, his wife was in the band. Yeah, I can't think of his last name either. I'm not positive. That's it. That's it. There you go. Somebody got it. All right. Sorry, it was important shit I had to take care of. So I guess when I was on my phone, I could have Googled it to make sure. I think Terry's got it. Ah, and let's see how this goes. What's the worst movie, bar none? What is the worst movie you've ever seen? I mean, that you hate it so much you tell other people not to watch it. I know mine, but I'm gonna wait and see what y'all's are. I think I may have told y'all before. I've seen Killer. I saw Killer Tomatoes. I've never watched an episode of Sex in the City ever. I, nothing about it seemed interesting to me. Yeah, would they really waste money making a documentary? Oh, they didn't they make a documentary about him? I was scrolling through the other day and saw documentaries on some people like I was like, what the hell? Oh yeah, Steven Seagal, one of the Muppet movies. Uh, what was that? Didn't they do like Takes Manhattan or some silly shit like that? Um, yeah, Steven Seagal's movies in the beginning they're really cool. I liked Above the Law. I think he had like three like back to back I really liked, and then after that I was like, what the hell happened to you, dude? All right, enough of you have answered. My all-time piece of shit movie that I hate is Christmas Vacation 2. I tell people if they're at someone's house, I don't care how long they drove to get there, if somebody puts that movie in, they should leave. Even if they have to walk. If their car is broke down, leave. We rented it from Redbox when that was still a thing, paid less than $2 for it, and I was pissed off that we spent that on it. It was and ironically, Christmas Vacation is one of my all-time favorite movies. I can watch it multiple times a year. It doesn't even have to be Christmas time. I love that movie. But 2, what they should have realized halfway through filming it, this sucks and just stopped, sent everyone home. Oh, that's how bad it is, Mark. It's out there. You can find it, but don't. As your friend, I'm telling you, don't. It's I couldn't even as a joke tell you to watch it. I couldn't have even as a joke have a contest and send it to you. It's a piece of shit. It's horrible. Thank you. I don't ever want anybody to watch that movie. I have never badmouthed the movie as bad as I do that one. And there's been some shitty movies out there. I didn't watch it. There's some movies I don't feel like they should make sequels to, so I don't watch them. So that's one I didn't watch was part 2. I there are so many classic things in Christmas Vacation that are just, man, epic. Oh, yeah, I knew you were talking about part 1. I promise you. I knew you were talking about part 1. Um, the cat yeah, Shitter's Full, that part, oh my god. Uh, there's just so many parts of that movie that are just epic. I just found out the other day, I knew he had cue cards, but I didn't know where Clark freaks out and he's standing in the den facing the family and he's on that rant cussing. All of them were wearing cue cards around their neck so he could read the cue cards and not get lost. Uh, I like when Aunt Bethany wraps up her cat. uh, there's just there's just so many lines in that movie. Bill Murray's brother was his name. Um, I can't think of his name. He plays the boss that Clark works for. Um, I like when he does that. I'm right in the middle of a very important phone call. Yeah, I don't. I mean, for me, what the hell? Um, oh yeah. Oh, that scene, Mark, has one of my all-time favorite parts where cousin Eddie was talking about, and if this gets dented, my part's just not going to look right. Yeah, that's what you should be worried about. I saw a TikTok yesterday where somebody said, "I can't believe I missed this." Surely I've seen it where Clark and cousin Eddie are shopping, and cousin Eddie throws a bag of dog food on the cart. Clark puts some light bulbs on it, and then cousin Eddie throws another bag of dog food on top of it. Somebody said they had never seen that. I did just see something in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that I had never seen. I saw a TikTok, so I went and checked to make sure it happened. Yeah, Vegas Vacation was my least favorite of them. I didn't make it all the way through that. Um, I agree, Brandy. Yeah, he shouldn't be doing those kind of movies. Um, yeah, Vegas Vacation was horrible. Um, that's funny. Those two comments right on top of each other. Um, I liked European Vacation. Uh, this upset a lot of people. I didn't. I like the remake of Vacation, but because the way they did it. So, uh, so it wasn't a remake, but it was a remake, or not a remake. You know, um, Russ has grown up, has his own family, so I thought that was a good spin on it the way they did it. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people that hated it and they thought I was a moron for liking it. The Hangovers were a good franchise, and here's something that's weird about that. Oh, Chris, I know it. I still liked it. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't great, but I did like it. Um, Yeah, with the Hangovers, here's something that's interesting. I didn't like Hangover when I first watched it. My daughter was like, because we have the same sense of humor. She's like, "What the hell?" And Walmart had sent me to learn a new computer system, and I was in the hotel, and it came on, so I sat there and watched it. I was rolling. I had to text her and tell her, I don't know what the hell happened the first time I watched it, but oh my god. So yeah, I like the whole franchise. Oh, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild, Mickey. Uh, but yeah, Chris, European wasn't great, but it's got some great parts in it. So I liked the movie. Um, but there, yeah, compared to Vacation, it was not good at all. Compared to Vegas Vacation, it was pretty damn good. But I think the problem with the Vacation franchise was that they tried to basically remake the same movie just in different scenarios, and that doesn't work. You have to advance the story, or it has to be a different scenario. Like Christmas Vacation, that's totally different than those movies, so it worked. Yeah, no shit, right? Um, we've been having a lot of shit like that lately when we talk. Um, like, uh, my granddaughter thinks it's funny because a lot of times, oh, Mickey, later, Terry. They remade Fletch. Oh, Water Walker's leaving. Did I miss that? Oh shit. Hey, Water Walker. Bye, buddy. I thought that was Terry saying he's got to leave. I will be watching for that. Thanks for being here, buddy. No, I see Terry. I missed where Water Walker said he was leaving, so I just saw you say bye. Um, so that's cool. Uh, wow. Uh, uh, shit. The change in the kids that aggravated the shit out of me. I don't like when they change characters and try to act like nobody will notice. No, we did notice. We're not stupid. Uh, why didn't they just replace Clark and Ellen? And actually, it probably wouldn't have been as bad if they just replaced all the characters. But don't call it a vacation or somebody else's vacation. Change the names completely. Don't just. I mean, the kids weren't even close. I didn't like Grease 2, and they did change the character. You know, it's supposed to be advances like next school year. What? I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. They kept Diddy Khan, but I didn't think it was good at all. I watched it a few times to make sure I didn't like it. uh, hmm. All right, somebody else pick something. That went pretty good. Oh, Terry, um, I hope we got that straightened out. I told you I missed Water Walker's comment saying he was leaving, so I thought you said you were leaving, but now I see you're not. So your nose, what's up with your nose, Mark? All right, cool. Now we got that straightened out. What's wrong with your nose, Mark? You being too nosy? Put it somewhere it doesn't belong? Got your finger stuck in it? Oh, ugh. You know, I cannot stand when I'm driving down the road and see a grown adult like knuckle deep in their snot box. You know your windows aren't tinted. We can see you, right? Yeah, so far we're good, Terry. I hope so too. Um, but yeah, and I don't when I see them do it, I just stare at them. Like, the hell's wrong with you? You're an adult. Pick your damn nose. Hey, here's one. What's the weirdest thing you've seen while driving? It could be another driver. I just saw one today, and that's what made me think about this. Um, Today, when I got off work and I was driving through this next town over, I saw a lady walking by herself, and as she's walking across the entrance to this shopping plaza, she slapped herself on the ass 3 times, like, "Giddy up." It was just so random. I was like, "What the hell?" I thought it was pretty funny. I've seen people having sex at rest stops. I've seen a woman wipe her mouth on her seatbelt like a napkin. I guess she had just finished eating a burger or something. So she was eating something, and she took her seatbelt and wiped her mouth. Um, I've seen a lot of people asleep. I've been asleep several times. Driven about a mile and a half completely asleep. It's almost like a time machine. How did I get here? I don't do that anymore. I drink coffee on my way home from work so I don't fall asleep. Am I the only one that sees weird shit when they're driving? Nobody else? That's weird. Huh. All right, that's pretty interesting. I can say I've never seen that. That'd be kinda weird. Yeah, you gotta park his tractor somewhere else to drive back home. Makes sense. Not everybody wants to walk halfway across town or all the way across town. Uh, yeah, that's kinda weird when you're, like, in the middle of nowhere, especially at night, if all of a sudden you just see somebody, like, walking alongside or standing alongside the road, that's creepier. Walking, okay, it's just a person going somewhere, but if they're just standing there, like, facing the road, I always think that's weird. I've seen that several times. Ask some more questions excluding driving stuff? Okay. Um, what's one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to you in public? I'll go first. When I was in the 6th grade, I blew a snot bubble. When I say a snot bubble, I mean like this in front of a girl I had had a crush on since the 2nd grade. And she was standing there. Look, yeah, exactly, Brandy. That's what I wonder. Where did this person come from? And why are they just standing in the middle of nowhere in the dark? Uh, but yeah, I blew this ginormous snot bubble. She's facing me, so I know she saw it. What I was trying to do was not spit water out. I started to laugh, so I tried not to spit the water out, and that happened. I mean, it popped. It blew real big and popped. So that was the most embarrassing thing. That is even more embarrassing than the time I stood for hours with my pants unzipped and everybody saw. That doesn't even phase me when that happens. I'm like, oh, okay. And usually, if somebody says your zipper's down, I tell them I know I pulled it down, and I don't correct it until after they walk off. In Texas, you can. I don't know if other states are this way, but you can actually get a DUI riding a horse when you're drunk. Oh, Terry, that never ever phased me. My friends were stunned. When I was at that age, I did not care. I'd stand up and walk up to the board slowly. I did not care. That never once did I go, no, I'll take a 0." Okay, you asked for it. That's funny, Brandy. um, I've I've almost gotten in the wrong car before. I've had other people get into the car. Back when I was a kid, um, Bob used to leave us in the car. It didn't matter where we were at. He didn't want us going in the store with him. The only time we got to go in the store is if my mom was with him and made him take us in the store. We've had strangers almost get in the car, and it would freak us out. So we started locking the doors. It still kind of freaks us out when they pulled on the door handle. But then we heard two kids screaming. They're like, "Oh, wrong car!" Ugh. I think Bob always left us in the car hoping he'd come back out and we'd be gone. I thought about getting laser eye surgery. This girl at work got it, said it was great. I actually know two people have gotten. They're both super pleased. She goes, "It's really not that bad." She took out a second mortgage to pay for it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." If it was maybe like 1,200 bucks, I'd do it. But nah, I'm not doing that shit. All right. Two people shared embarrassing things. We can't see the rest of you. Don't be scared. I usually own my shit. I mean, I've been embarrassed, but it's not very often. For most part, I just own it. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. And if it makes people laugh, I just count it as I made people laugh. Oh, don't bother me at all. Not even kind of, sort of. Oh, wow. Shit, Brandy, I'd do that. Wow. All right, I can relate to that, Mark. I can be right in the middle of a conversation and forget what the hell I'm talking about. So absolutely, we're good there. Uh, yeah, Brandy, shit, I'd do that. Yeah, her that I can't, man, it was a lot of money. And I don't know that she like took the full value of her house, but she borrowed against her house. And I was like, there's no way in hell I'd put my house up on. What if they botched it and I was blind and now I can't even work? I got to sit alongside the road with a cup and pencils. And I mean, our house is paid for, but I'm not going to lose it getting my eyes worked on. Hey, I told y'all the other week. I think some of you answered about your guilty pleasure songs that you don't want any of your friends knowing you listen to. Yes, I still like watching my earrings dangle for whatever reason. That's what I'm doing. I rattled off a whole bunch of them to you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Mark. Nothing wrong with that at all. You can tell I was wearing a beanie today. My hair looks all jacked up. Oh, I bet. 70s adult contemporary. I have no problem with that, dude. Um, like like the Carpenters, Captain and Tennille. Well, I don't think Captain and Tennille would be considered adult contemporary, but um, oh shit, what are some of the other bands? I think a lot of people think it's weird that I really like disco. And I think we discussed that before. Not all disco, but there's a lot of it that I really, really like. And I think it's because of my childhood, like being at the skating rinks and they played a lot of that shit. I think that's probably why I really like it. Um, I also like a lot of the country songs that tell stories, good stories, like um, "Ode to Billy Joe." Oh, I love Air Supply. That's common knowledge. I love Air Supply. Love them. I have Air Supply's greatest hits CD in the den. We have a whole drawer full of CDs and cassettes. But Air Supply, Barry Manilow, uh, oh yeah, I love them. And I started liking Barry Manilow a lot when I saw the movie Foul Play with Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn, because they play "And I'm Ready to Take the Chance Again." I don't know what the name of the song. I can't remember the name of the song off the top of my head. That's where I really started liking Barry Manilow. Uh, yeah, I like a lot of the. Like, a lot of it's hard to find music I don't like some of. Oh shit, dude! I love Human League. Depeche Mode's okay too, but man, I love Human League. I can't even act. When I was younger, I had to act like I didn't like it, because my band was always getting on me. Like that's not good for the band, the group, but or for our image. Hard to be metal with you running around listening to that shit. Don't wear that Prince T-shirt. My mom knew I loved Purple Rain. She got me a Purple Rain T-shirt. I have one just like it now. I'm a grown up. But yeah. Uh, oh shit, wasn't it, man? Modern English. I'll stop the world and melt with you. And I like that because the movie Valley Girl. And I love that movie, Valley Girl. And I almost said my favorite line from it, which would get me demonetized. So I'm not going to do that. Oh yeah, Stop the World. That's a. I almost said F bomb again. That is a great song. Yeah, I love that song. Keith, I don't have that yet, but I actually haven't even checked it out. But everybody keeps telling me it's a great soundtrack. It has all that kind of music on it. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Brandy, that is. Um, there's I just heard about somebody their remote opener unlocked another car and they got into the wrong car. It wouldn't their key wouldn't start the car, but it unlocked the doors. Mystic Mountains by Hobbit Drawers. I'm not going to say I'm going to react to that, but I will check it out because that title had my curiosity peaked. All right, so I'll check that out. Savannah, are you okay? Keep walking around. Oh, I'm not going to check it out right now, dude. I'm talking. That's what this is about. If it was just you and me and nobody else was here, it's different. But I've got all these other people, so no. What's up, Krauser? Welcome back. All right, so far what you've missed is your most embarrassing moment and your guilty pleasure song or music that you listen to that you don't want anybody to know. Those are the two things you got to catch up on. If you want. If not, just start talking about something. Ask a question. You don't have to give it up. uh, Yeah, Terry. Really? You don't have a song that people would be surprised you like? Hmm. Huh. Interesting. Yes, Terry, he was he meant you. You're the only one that keeps changing your name. Sweet does have a lot of great songs. Uh, oh, somebody brought up. Y'all know the where I been how I compare originals to covers. Somebody gave me a good suggestion because there's plenty of those, and I like the concept. So I won't get to do it this week, but maybe next week I can break it out. Is comparing bands' studio version to the live version because there's a lot of bands that are only good with their studio magic. So, and then there's the bands like Alice Cooper. He's so much better live than his albums. Ambrosia, oh yeah. Oh, I think I just heard them the other day. The two radio stations I listen to, they're both on iHeartRadio. I'm not promoting iHeart. I don't even have iHeart. I have Sirius, and I can't listen to my two stations on Sirius. Um, and I'm not promoting Sirius either. Uh, but I listen to KBGO 95.7. They play all stuff from the late 60s, 70s, 80s, and maybe even a little early 90s. Um, yeah, Krauser, go ahead, man. Uh, and then the other station, ironically, is out of Austin, and it's called Bob FM. Um, I got you, Krauser. Um, oh shit. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Um, I I think custard, but not by much. And it really depends on who's making the rice pudding. Um, that's weird. When I say rice pudding, I say rice pudding, but that's not how I pronounce Pudding. I'm not going to say it now that I've said something. What's up, Jake? There's a lot of words with my accent that I don't say correctly, which is why I talk fast to cover that up because most of you don't notice. But if I slow down and talk normally like y'all do, y'all would not believe it's the same person talking. Uh, yeah, I have a pretty heavy accent that fortunately talking fast. It was even worse when we first went to Germany. I was really hicky, and I learned to speak German with a hick accent. And then the more I spoke German, since the majority of my time was spent with Germans, my accent kind of faded. And then when I came back to the States, it came back, but not as heavy as it used to be. But I do have quite the accent. I mean, y'all may hear it. When I lived in Maryland, people would always come into 7-Eleven and go, "Does he always talk like, or do you always talk like that?" Like, no, shithead, I'm just doing it to entertain you. Uh, so even though I don't really hear it, I do when I slow down, but apparently other people hear it. None of y'all have ever said anything, so I don't know if you're just being polite or if you don't hear it. It drives my wife crazy the way I pronounce Pudding. They might give me some gold earrings, just like this, the same setup, but in gold. Not really a gold guy, but at least it'll be different. You don't hear it? Good. Because if anybody's going to hear it, I would imagine someone from England would hear it. And I think it's weird that people in the northern states talk about my accent and the way they're saying, I'm going to get my car. Car? The hell's a car? When they say car keys, my car keys. But they're gonna make fun of the way I talk. So that's cool. That's one person. Don't hear it. Awesome. You know, Terry, getting somebody else to ask me for that's not going to make it happen. Like I said, you ask for more songs than anybody else. Terry. I mean, Mark. Sorry, I said Terry because Terry's comment popped up. Well, that works out well then, Mark. If you only hear half of what I say, that means you're missing all the compliments I give you. uh, oh, I love this. One of my favorite albums from them. I love. I've been an Iron Maiden fan since 1980. uh, right after what's his name left and Bruce Dickinson joined. Oh wait, no, I think he was. I started liking them with Killers. That was the first Iron Maiden album I bought, and I loved it. Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind. Uh, yeah, I love. My last Iron. I still have it. My last Iron Maiden shirt just is almost all faded out from wearing it out building fence. Shit, but yeah, I love. I kind of think they got a. I don't know. Some of the newer shit I don't like with Eddie. Yeah, I'm always stunned when people say they don't like Iron Maiden, or no, I'm stunned when they say they suck. If you don't like them, that's okay, but to say they suck, that's just insane. They are a fantastic group. Oh, for sure. The classic ones are definitely the best. Oh, absolutely, Krauser. I agree with you 100%, dude. Well, uh, I really like Master of Puppets. And I haven't liked anything since the Black Album. And I know a lot of people don't like the Black Album. I like it. Uh, but yeah, the older Metallica, I dig the shit out of. Sanitarium is maybe my favorite Metallica song. That is exactly right, Jonathan. Oh, I have no doubt, especially some of the video footage I've been seeing of him lately. Um, AC/DC, uh, really early AC/DC, there's a few songs I liked that I liked a lot from, then they tried to switch it up a little bit. I had an argument with somebody on I didn't really argue with them online about it. They were trying to tell me I was wrong because I said "Fly on the Wall" and "Flick of the Switch" sucked, and they're like, "No, those are great albums." If you look, they didn't sell anywhere near as good, so it's not just me, it's the rest of the world. Um, but I liked "For Those About to Rock" okay, and that's probably about the last album that I really liked. There's a few songs scattered throughout. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, here's a trivia question for you. I think I've asked it before. See if you can get it. Who is the top selling Australian band of all time? Since we're talking about AC/DC. Yeah, Brandy, that's fairly accurate. I mean, even with For Those About to Rock, I only like some of the songs. Um, I think I like the song Who Made Who, and I don't think I like any other song off that album. I can't remember all the songs off of it, but um, I can't shit on them. It's like the Rolling Stones. I can't shit on the Stones. I'm not a Stones fan. I like a I can't even say a handful of their songs, but as long as they've been around, they're just not my personal taste. I don't like the Beatles either. They've written some great songs. I love the remakes. No, it's not the Easy Beats. It I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but you will be shocked, and most of you may not even know who it is when I say who it is. But they're not just close to being the top selling band. No other Australian band even comes close to selling what these guys have sold. Uh, but yeah, Back in Black is like just classic. The entire album's good, all of it. Uh, Dirty Deeds, most of it's good. Highway to Hell, most of it's good. Power Age, most of it's good. You know, you just go back. So it took them a while to get really good, but they've been around as long as they have. And that's just my opinion. I mean, a band that's been around that long, and they wouldn't give two shits what I think. Um, Somebody said about Bruce being a jerk. Um, Rick Savage from Def Leppard. Uh, when I saw them on the uh, shit, is it? What was that? I think the tour was called the 7 Day Weekend Tour. Uh, it was that album that came out that had "Let's Get Rocked" on it. I keep wanting to say Retroactive. They released an album called Retroactive, but that's not the name of this album. We saw them in Austin, and Rick was just a total dick when he didn't need to. Oh, I love Sugar Hill Gang and Rapper's Delight, one of my all-time favorite songs. I love that song. Okay, so Brandy's the only person that made a guess. The answer, nope. The answer is a kids band called The Wiggles. If you have kids, your kids have most likely seen The Wiggles. They are the top selling Australian band ever. No one comes anywhere close to them. Insane Clown Posse. Oh shit, my nose is stopping up again. With 27 minutes left. There y'all got to see the back of my chair. Now you know I have a black chair with a piece of green shit on it, so it doesn't show up on camera. Yes, yes, Mark. I did say The Wiggles. Yeah, I was stunned. Yeah. And here's a little story about the Wiggles. When Greg, the guy who started the Wiggles, had to retire from touring because of health issues, one of the backup guitarists, they made him a Wiggle, paid him $250,000 a year to tour and be Greg. Yeah. Sorry, Jake. Yes, Greg Wiggle. Well, actually, I think he was called the Yellow Wiggle. I think Greg was the yellow one. But so this guy is touring as Greg. I can't remember if they kicked him out or if he quit the band because they're only paying him $250,000 a year and they're calling him wannabe Wiggle. He thinks he should be getting a bigger piece of the pie. Wait, I'm sorry. You're being paid $250,000 a year to tour the world acting like this guy and you're bitching? That was huge news when this happened. I mean, he was everywhere. Anybody that would lend an ear to his woe is me. I would take that spot. Pay me $250,000 a year. You could call me wannabe Wiggle. You could call me whatever the hell you want to call me. Unbelievable that some people are like that. You didn't start the band. He even bitched about the money they gave Greg because he couldn't tour anymore. Brandy, that is quite possible. Mark, I'm with you, buddy. I mean, who is going to bitch about $250,000 a year? You didn't have to write a song. You just have to play the song, which you've been doing. Now you're one of the front guys. You're not in the background. You're one of the front guys being paid $250,000 a year and touring the world. I don't get that. Oh no, I think Brandy's fairly accurate. I mean, the Teletubbies were huge when my kids were little. Now you're a Wiggle. Yeah, when you think about it, it's basically the same thing. It just went from those weird alien looking things to human form. Basically the same thing. I mean, he wrote some songs kids love. Yes, there was a baby that's a grown up now, but yeah, the son was a baby. Would do that creepy ass laugh. But yeah, but there's a lot of weird shit. We don't have time to go into it now. There's only like 22 minutes left, but there's a lot of weird shit about about the Teletubbies that I didn't realize then. I realize now. Um, uh, I'm trying to think of the dances. Whoever said that, Terry, that's pretty damn creepy. You can never say that. um, I remember Hot Potato. One of my favorite songs. Um, they did a song called Down by the Station. Um, Mashed Bananas, I think. No, but we've got several of their DVDs. I mean, my kids went through them, and then Savannah's went through them, and I think Savannah was more obsessed with them than her mama was. I mean, that shit got burned into my brain. I used to know the songs and oh, and here's something else about the Wiggles. I actually there's an exercise. Well, I'm gonna start working out again in January. But there's an exercise. I call it the Captain Feather Sword. they're actually all health nuts as far as working out and like crazy workouts. But the guy who plays Captain Feathersword does this kettlebell swing thing, very effective. So I do that, but I always call it the Captain Feathersword exercise. It's really good for your abs and your back. But yeah, I ain't no shame in my game. I did all that wiggle shit. Hell, I'm not a Christmas guy, but Savannah was surprised yesterday for me to sing Christmas carols while we were driving. I am not a Christmas guy, and I normally sing extremely dirty, perverted Christmas songs. But for me to actually sing songs, she was stunned because she's never heard me sing Christmas carols. But we're making yesterday a good day for her. I did sing, kind of mess up. Captain Feathersword is one of the characters on the Wiggles. Oh, you've never watched the Wiggles, so he's one of the characters on the Wiggles. He has a feather sword instead of a real sword. Don't want to scare the kids. I'd say as an adult, if you're going to watch it by yourself, drop a couple of hits of acid first. Oh, and in case the AI is listening, I am not promoting that type of behavior. I'm just saying it helps. Kind of like when you watch The Wall by Pink Floyd. It's way better that way. You can enjoy The Wall while you're not, but it makes way more sense when you are. Yep. See? I knew that question was coming, but that's exactly what it is. It's the shaft of a sword, the hilt of a sword with a feather. Big ass feather. Big purple feather. I'm sure when the camera weren't rolling, everybody got their asses tickled, but when the camera's rolling, actually, they all seem like super nice guys, which means they're probably all serial killers, but they seem like really nice guys. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would take that money. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. And it requires nothing but you playing songs somebody else wrote. So you're basically playing in you're a cover band, kind of like the two guys in Kiss. Soon to be four guys. I knew it was coming. Paul Stanley's recently said that Kiss will most likely go on after him and Gene retire. Why wouldn't they? They own the majority of the money. Send these guys out. These guys get to be Kiss. Kiss actually will sound good, playing the same old songs. And Gene and Paul will still be making money hand over fist. But yeah, I tell you, man, you can call me Wannabe Wiggle, Dick Wiggle, whatever you want to call me. That's good money. Work for a couple hours a day. A hell of a lot more than I make doing what I do. And I work 7 days a week. Yeah, but Brandon, if you're really curious, you can look it up. They're on YouTube. You can find clips. What's up, guy? When I was a kid, I had that idea. I wanted to start a band called the Sons of Kiss and just play Kiss songs. But I was like, who's going to pay to see that? And then next thing you know, I saw my first Van Halen cover band, and they were amazing. The dude looked and sounded like David Lee Roth. Not that that's a good thing, but as far as a cover band goes, he looked and sounded like David Lee Roth, but played guitar like Eddie Van Halen. It was a three-piece band. It was just dumbfounding how damn good they were. And then it became a thing. So there's all these bands that tour covering, being cover bands, like the Iron Maidens, the all-female Iron Maiden cover band. I think it's funny that, all right, Terry, later, dude. I think it's funny that Nico plays in an Iron Maiden cover band when Maiden's not touring. Hey, I'm surprised nobody hated on me when I said I don't like the Beatles or the Stones, or I'm not a big fan. I think I've seen that dude. I think. That's fairly accurate, guy, because I mean that's where most people have to start. Um, oh, you didn't know that about Nico, Mark? Is that what you were saying? I think how good would that be for your cover band that you actually have one of the members? Uh, most bands start out as cover bands. I can't think of any band that I know that just started off playing their own shit and succeeded. I mean, I know bands that have started out mixing. Even my band, I slowly worked in songs that I wrote, but for the most part, we did covers. April Wine, Kiss, Motley Crue. Uh, yes, I did see that. I get notifications for that. I follow Tom on Instagram, and I'm subscribed to his channel. So yes, I know that he is dropping a new song tomorrow. I may try to work that in with the Love Bites. Um, I mean, I've already got my songs scheduled, but I haven't finished shooting all of them, and I still have to shoot my Patreon videos. So busy, 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 and Christmas coming up and all that stuff. But yes, I did see that he's dropping that song. Hey, Mickey, hey, dude, you never have to apologize for leaving. The fact that y'all show up and you spend what time you can here, I'm totally good with that, dude. I mean, if the Wiggles called me right now and said they needed me to come and they were going to give me $250,000 or $100, yeah, Brandy, that's how a lot of bands did that. I think it's kind of weird that Stained is no, Mark, you do. Other people don't. You need to be here the whole time, buddy. Yeah, they want to call me Bob Wiggle. I would cut this shit off right now and leave. I'd be like, y'all make sure you come. Y'all make sure you come see the Wiggles when they come to your town. Yeah, if I'm ever encouraging you to go see the Wiggles, you'll know that I'm somehow in part of it. Oh yeah, definitely better than that. That twerking. Yeah. I mean, I would do it for 250,000. Don't get me wrong, but there's very few things I wouldn't do for that kind of money. But there are things I wouldn't do. Oh, that would be tough. But man, that's some good money. I mean, if I could wear earplugs and like or earbuds and not hear what he was actually saying, tweaking Bob Wiggle country artist. Needed money for gas, so I stood on the corner shaking my ass. Hey, I could write a country song around that. I was really hit and miss with Yes. I like some of their stuff, but I was never a big Yes fan. Oh shit! It dropped down to 19 degrees while we were sitting here. Bob the pole dancer here. Oh shit! I don't know about all that. For the money, I might give it a try, but I don't know that I could. I don't think I could pole dance. Yeah, I agree, guy. Some of the songs I like by them, I really like, but uh, I can tell YouTube's not recommending my videos like they were because now my jokes aren't crushing like they were before. They're doing okay. They do better on my 6 Minutes channel than they do on my 6 Days channel, which is weird because I only have, I think, 230 subscribers, I think. It's not many, but a lot of my videos do better. So it's not really the subscribers, it's how many people watch that they're looking for. But it's interesting. We got 10 minutes left. Anything y'all need to get out or ask her? Yeah, Guy, I've had that discussion. I have a lot of friends that we discuss music, and they're like, "Oh, the first album kicks ass, second album was okay," and now all of a sudden, and when they're hungry and they don't care, they're doing what they want to do because they're not signed. They put out some great shit, but then once they get signed, oh yeah, Robin Trower, yeah, for sure. But then they start trying. Didn't I? Was it you that asked, or did I? Is that? Um, Man, I could have swore you asked me that, and I thought I did, but maybe not. Yeah, last week. Okay, I have not got to it yet. Phew. um, yeah, so not yet, Keith. I have not. Yeah, Mark, 100%. Mickey, that's a perfect example. Um, but yeah, Mark, that happens a lot. It is more obvious with the rap kids, because they'll sign these kids because they're great and they got something to say, and then the record label goes, "No, no, this is what you're going to sing about. This will make you a star." And because they're desperate to make it, or they've signed that contract, they have to do what they're told to do. And absolutely, you can tell that. Oh, I love, love, love April Wine. Um, there's a band from Canada. The band that I was managing opened up for them. They were called Kick Axe, and the band fell in love with me because of how funny I am, and they wanted to take me on tour with them, or they wanted to take me with them. But their manager said, due to his habits, and it's not food or drink, we can't afford to have that burden. So that was in the 80s. The bassist swears, I found him a couple of years ago on Facebook. He swears he remembers me. I don't know if he really does, but he swears he remembers me. Yeah, Branding, that it seems like bands, like Def Leppard didn't release a new album every year, but they put out some quality stuff. I still say Hysteria is one of the best albums ever, especially since the music is still relevant today. It doesn't sound dated. As much as I love Motley Crue, their music's dated, very dated. Now, granted, Nicky can write current stuff. I love the song The Dirt, so he can write current stuff. I don't know. And Guy, I have to agree with that. I can't even argue with that. I'm not even gonna try to argue with that because that's genuinely my feeling about Love Bites. One of the few bands, because I say no one can hit a home run every time. I feel if they haven't hit a home run with everyone, they've at least hit a triple. Um, yeah, I love Love Bites. Um, but yeah, somebody mentioned Kiss. Absolutely, all those albums they put out, and then they realized, shit, nobody cares about Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not barely a triple, a good solid standing upright triple. Absolutely. Man, I'm glad somebody knows baseball terms. um, but Kiss put out all those albums, and each album only had a few good songs. And matter of fact, they were almost dead in the water. They felt they were about to be dropped by their label after their third album, which is the only reason they put out Alive, is they thought it would capture because their shows they were doing great. So that's why they put out their first live album, and that literally saved them and allowed them to do what they were doing, continue doing what they were doing. But then they got too into what they were doing, and um, Mickey, I with Liliac, I definitely agree on that. I A lot of people get upset when I say it, but I prefer Liliac's. Matter of fact, I have an original that I'm reacting to this week. Um, I prefer their originals over their covers. Yes, their covers are great, but I prefer their originals. The Warning, I love not their first cover of Enter Sandman, where they remade it for the album, when Metallica picked them. That is amazing. Uh, that's ex- that's exactly, Brandy. You're exactly right. That's why, you know all the fire and shit. They have to have that. They do put on a good show, but when you've seen them 6 times, as I have, you realize it's the same freaking show, makeup or no makeup. It's the same damn thing. It's not that complicated. So yeah, they put on a better show. And Gene Simmons himself has said he would rather have an acorn that cracks a rib than a bunch of um, show off shit. Um, Shit. I can't think of them off the top of my head either. Um, Shit. Yeah, I can't remember the name, but I know. Oh shit, we got like a little over 2 minutes left. Um, all right. So the 29th will be our next live stream. Um, the Japanese, they have to be better musicians. Shit, I can remember, I can see them, but I can't think of the damn name. Anyways, um, hey, I really, really appreciate y'all being here. I know I say that every week, but I want you to know I genuinely mean that. We don't have a large crowd, but the people that show up, it is so amazing. I have a great time with y'all. We have great conversations. For the most part, nobody pisses me off. Nobody pisses each other off. Oh, I love the tubes. And well, I do it with my family. So I hope all of you have a Merry Christmas. I will see you again before the new year. So I'll save that for the next one. Um, but our shopping's done. We're not worried about that. But my whole family will be together. Well, our family, my wife and our kids will be together. But I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much for coming here. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace and Merry Christmas.